These are some wood tags that I got on Amazon. They are not sublimation ready blanks. These are just wooden blanks. And so I thought we're going to try a few different ways of putting sublimation images on these. One way is just going to be sublimation on the raw wood. We're going to be using a lamination sheet, and on a couple of them, we're going to be using acrylic paint. So this is the acrylic paint that I'm using. I just picked it up at a craft store. It is premium acrylic paint. I'm sure it was very inexpensive. It was just in my crafting stash here. So I am going to get some acrylic paint on a couple of these so that it can dry before we get started. I've got these drying on a couple forks here just because I did paint the back of one of them as well. And I did two because I did a light coat of acrylic paint on one and I did a heavier coat of acrylic paint on the other one. So for these gift tags, I'm going to start in my Canva account. I do have a Canva Pro account. I'm going to go to custom size here. And these tags measure, these wood blanks measure in at, I did it in inches, so I'll change that here. They are 2.5 inches wide. So I'm going to make it 2.75. And they are 3.5 inches high. So I'm going to make that 3.75 just so that they overlap. I want to just get my design centered in there. So I'm going to hit create a new design here. And that is going to bring in my new template that I'm going to create here. And so I'm going to go to text box first, maybe, and I'll add a text box. I'm going to write Mary, and then I'll add another text box, and I will write Christmas. And now I will stretch these out here, get these a little different here. And so now I'll go to the font. And I'm going to change these around a little bit here. I should put my design in before I decide what I want my font to be. The reason that I went with Canva on this is I want to get an exact size and I want this to be really colorful. So, whoops, I add another text box here. I want to go to fonts and see, I'm trying to decide what I want to do on that one. I want to make them look real good together. So I'm going to find some fonts that I think will look good together here. Let's put this one as Brown Caroline and this one as Brown Caroline San. And see, got San and script here. And so stop there for a second. The dogs were going crazy at the FedEx outside. Okay, so now I have got Brown Caroline San here and Brown Caroline script here, regular. I think that looks well together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a little bit bigger and I'm going to change the colors of these. But first I'm going to find something to put on here. Christmas, maybe thinking snowman, maybe too white. So let's find a Christmas tree that'll have lots of color for these. So I'm going to go into my graphics here and I'm going to find a pretty bright Christmas tree. Or maybe I could go to something that I've already designed, something Christmassy here. Like those, but I think I will go back to my elements here. Maybe I'll find that Christmas truck. See if we can find something fun in that look. Oh, that is super cute right here. These are adorable. So I want to find something that's going to have a lot of color and give us just the right amount of pop on these so that we can see just how pretty they're going to be. I don't want to get it too close to the edge. I want to keep it centered there. Now I'm going to bring in a different color here. So the reason I brought my truck in here first is hopefully it'll pick up the colors in that truck now. When I go to Mary and then I go to color here, Yes, it did. You see the colors that it brought in for that? So I'm going to pick this green here, and then I'm going to pick the red here for Christmas. Now I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to go under Effects, and I'm going to go to Outline here, and I'm going to find a different color for the outline. Maybe I'll do the red there, and then this one. Go to Effects again, and maybe I'll do the green on this one. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so we can see this better. Maybe make this a little thicker. Ooh, I don't like that. Nope. Nope. Maybe find a different color here. Maybe a second dose of red. Nope, I don't like that either. I think I'll leave it the green, but it does look good together, the two colors there. So I will zoom back out so that we can see it. Whoops, that's a little too far. And we will save this one. I'll download it. I'll call it Mary Tag. All right, and then I will download this. You could add to and from on here, and you can personalize with the names. You could do anything that you want. And I'm going to use a transparent background, and I'm going to raise the DPI all the way up here. I can only do that because I'm using Pro, but this is a Pro image too. So, and I'm going to download this. Now I'm going to open a Word document, a new Word document here. And I am going to change my layout to portrait just so you can see it better here. And I'm going to set my margins to 0. And now I am going to bring in our picture. I print from Word. You can print from wherever you want. I just find that it's much easier for me to size my designs in Word. So get my download here and bring it in. And while that's highlighted under picture format, you can see that that came in at 3.75 by 2.75, exactly what we want. And if you go to this icon here, this is the layout icon, and you want to hit through, it's also up here, then you can move it around on the page. So then I just want to have plenty of room for these. So I'm going to do Control C, Control V. I'm going to do 4 of these. We're probably not going to do 4 tags, but I just want to have extras. And I'll probably fill up my page as well with other things. But then I will get these printed, and then we will put them on our different tags and see how things look. So how I print is I go to File and Print, and I'm going to be using my Epson EcoTank 2760 that I've converted over to sublimation printing by adding sublimation ink. And under printer properties, I'm going to make sure I have premium presentation paper matte selected and high quality. And under more options, I'm going to make sure I'm mirroring my image or the words will be backwards. And you don't want high speed or bidirectional, whatever yours says. You do not want that checked. So we are set. I usually go into image options and I emphasize more and emphasize thin lines. That is just my choice. You can do this if you want. I just seem like I get a better print with that. So now I will go and print this, and then we will be back for pressing. This is a standard lamination pouch, heat lamination pouch that I am going to be using on one of these tags as well. So you cut it down and you only use either the top or the bottom piece, but you use the part that the inside is what's going to be touching the wood blank. So I'm going to be using my heat press at 385 degrees Fahrenheit for all 4 of these presses that we're going to be doing. So while my press is heating up, I am going to lay my blanks down on my pressing mat, and I'm just going to put the heat source over the top. I'm not going to close it. I just want to make sure that there is no moisture and that all of this paint is dried. And so that is this step right here. The first wood blank that we're going to do here is the lamination sheet on the raw wood. So I've got my lamination piece cut here, and I've got the matte side down. I have it on a piece of protective paper on my pressing mat, and then I've got the blank, and now I've got the lamination sheet on top of that. I put another piece of protective paper on top, and then I press this at 385 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. And this is what it looks like after pressing. Now I let that cool down for about 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and then I'm going to add my sublimation image. I am not taking that off the press. I'm leaving it right there. I'm not going to cut the lamination sheet until after I press on the sublimation image. I've taped it in place here with heat-resistant tape, and now I'm going to cover it with another piece of protective paper, and I am going to press this 385 degrees Fahrenheit for 60 seconds. I'm using the htvront manual heat press for this project. So here it is right after pressing for 60 seconds. The colors are very, very vivid on this. Now I'll let this cool down and then I'll cut the excess off with an X-Acto knife. Next are the two blanks that I use the acrylic paint on. The one on the right has the thicker paint and the one on the left has the thinner coat. I taped my images in place with heat-resistant tape, covered them with protective paper, and this is after a 60-second press at 385 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, these turned out quite nicely too. The acrylic paint kind of gave it a vintage look. I like the look. And the last tag here is just going to be sublimation print on the raw wood. Again, I added the image with heat-resistant tape, and now I'm going to put a piece of protective paper on top and press for 60 seconds at 385 degrees Fahrenheit. This turned out very bright and vivid as well, very crisp. So let's review these. The light acrylic paint and the thicker acrylic paint, I think it gives it a nice vintage look. It is an extra step. The lamination pouch, that is very crisp and clear, but there are a lot of steps to using the lamination. You need to put the lamination on, then you need to sublimate on top of it, and then you need to trim off the lamination. And there is a slight divot in the lamination that you can see when you're turning it in the light. You can see like a little indent in the lamination where the design was. Now you can avoid that by making your paper cover the entire lamination pouch. So I did not do that. I trimmed mine down so you could see the line, the press mark. The raw wood, easy, really easy, slick. If you're not going to be washing these or anything, the way to go, I think right now, is the raw wood. It looks wonderful. I was very surprised. It took the sublimation very well. I do like the look of the acrylic paint too, like I said, to give it that vintage look. But all in all, the lamination is the brightest. The raw is bright as well. It's all a matter of taste. And again, none of these are sublimation ready blanks. So these are all hacks, and I think they turned out really well.
Please like my video and subscribe to my channel and see links below.